Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. My name is Matt Samolsky. I'm Matt the Car Guy. On this channel I do car reviews, and I'm back here today at Toyota of Melbourne. I just got done reviewing the Sealant. You've probably seen the review already. If you haven't, check it out. Now, I always wanted to see what the buzz is all about, and this is 2021 Toyota Tacoma Limited 4x4. So today I'm going to take you off the tour of it, of the exterior, interior. We're going to check out the room in the bed. We're going to see the roominess inside the second end. Of course, we're going to check out of what's going on the inside of this car. We'll see what powers up this thing, and we're going to take it for a spin. So if you're ready, let's go. Right, so I'm sure you've seen one on the road, and the reason I say I'm sure, because there's literally hundreds or thousands or maybe millions of them on the road. Toyota's been making them for 40 years, and you know, whether it's this generation Tacoma or the previous Tacomas that they made, they're super popular, and people who buy them love them. People who buy them hang on to them. There's rarely any on the market that are pre-owned, and if there are, they're almost as expensive as the new ones. So this is the deal. Now this one is dressed in this very cool looking voodoo blue. I like this color. I don't know if would buy it for myself in this color, but it's certainly different. It definitely stands out. And take a look at this. I mean, as most of the manufacturers are going with bigger grills, there's no difference with Toyota. They'll make this grill, but they make it more industrial, more masculine. This big Toyota logo. There is the front camera, and this grill is in this polished aluminum color. It's wrapped around with this chrome trim around it, and everything else is blue, the color of the vehicle. Now the lights, they have the LED signature light right here, the turn signals incorporated in it, and then the fog lights are right here. They have this nice chrome trim around it. Now the bumper on this car, most of the pickup trucks you'll see that a lot of the bumpers are, at least the bottom portions, are not the color of the vehicle. This one is, and it sticks out quite a bit from the front of it. So if you hit something, you're not going to damage the grille, and especially you don't want to damage this part right here. You know how expensive it is to fix that, calibrate it? A lot of body shops don't even have equipment to do that, so they have to hire the external contractors to do it. But anyways, we're getting off topic. Big Toyota logo, and you know, look how high it is, so it should be really good off-road too, because the bumper is so high off the ground. It's going to give you that good approach angle, you know, as far as climbing up over the obstacles, and you can certainly do that with this car. So before we move to the side, let's see what powers up this thing. So let's take a look what's underneath here, and the first thing you can see, and you know what I'm going to say, if you've seen any of my videos, you know I don't really deal with those prop sticks very well. I mean, especially on the vehicle that's $40,000+. So what powers up this thing? What do we have here? It says right here, it's D4S V6. What does it mean? I'm not sure what that abbreviation is, but it is a 3.5 liter V6 engine. They said it's an Atkinson cycle engine, 278 horsepower, 265 pound-feet of torque. It made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, so maybe a little bit behind because most of the manufacturers are going to an 8-speed or even some of the 10-speed transmission, but it can certainly do the job, and we're gonna see how it handles when I'll take it for a spin. Okay, so side profile, what can you do to a pickup truck to make it look not like a pickup truck? Which, you know, I don't know why would you mask it. I mean, this is a purposeful truck. You use it for work, you use it for fun, you use it definitely if you go camping, if you go off-roading, anything like this. It certainly has a purpose. Now this one, you know, it's just like this. It's got the hood, right? It's got the cab, and it's got the bed, basically the pickup truck. Now on here you can see there is a cladding around above the wheel well right here, and that's all color coordinated, but it makes it look beefier, more masculine, if you will. This sits on 18-inch wheels. I particularly like the design of this wheel, and this one doesn't have these knobby tires that if you get like the TRD package, it will come with those a lot knobbier tires, a lot more off-roady tires. And this one has a full cab, right? So it does have, you know, 4 doors, and you can fit 5 people in here. And as a matter of fact, let's check out and let's see if I have enough room in here. Okay, so let me climb up here and see if there's enough room for a full-size adult here. Well, so I have my sunglasses on, and they're just sticking up just a little bit, and I'm already, you know, basically hitting my head. I can feel my hair on the headliner here. So my complaint definitely would be the headroom in the back. So if you're 6 feet tall, you're barely able to fit in here. As far as the roominess, well, I could probably slide the seat just a little bit. I like to drive comfortably in the front, so I moved it to my desired driving position. I could probably give up another ½ an inch or so, and that would give up a little bit more room in the back passenger, but certainly not as comfortable like, let's say, you know, Toyota 4Runner. That's got a lot more room in the back here. You know, as far as the design, right, the sun is setting, so I'm not sure how much of that you're gonna see, especially that it's a black interior. But, you know, certainly, you know, you have basically 3 seat belts in here, and as far as the headroom, that's where I would have a little bit of a complaint. Well, let's take a look at the door. This one is nicely appointed with leather alongside with this vinyl, and just everything else alongside here. You know, you have a cup holders in the back, and that's it. All right, so what about the rest of it? So the rest of it, you know, you have the bed in here, and you know, we'll take a look at the very back in here in just a moment. But what I want to point out is, see the distance between the wheel and the wheel well here. So this one can certainly take some off-roading. So the back area right here, I mean, again, what else to talk about? I mean, it is a bed of a pickup truck. You have your lights, you have those LEDs inside. They kind of have this transparent cover around it. The bumper, I like when they break it down with this plastic and the color coordinated bumper on the rest. You see the 4x4 logo. Toyota handle on the handle right here, and this is where your rear view camera is. You have Tacoma spelled out and kind of that indentation just to kind of break that up a little bit. And then you have your towing hook, and then you have 2 different outlets for towing. This is it. It's a V6 engine, so that's what it says right here. And as far as the bed, well, it's a pickup truck bed. You want to take a closer look? Come on. All right, so this would be ideal for maybe a small business owner, or maybe a, you know, just a weekend warrior as far as any projects around the house. You know, I think this bed is 5 feet, and what do we have here? Oh, this is where the outlet is, and there's a switch in front to turn it on for 120. And what is in here? Here is a storage compartment. Not sure what you can store in here, but just in case you want to put something in here, you can certainly do that. Other than that, It's a pickup truck bed. You have some tie downs. I mean, this one comes from the factory with that bed liner. And as you can see, in the middle of the cab, it has this little window. That window opens up and it's got that shark fin antenna on top. Okay, so let's check out, or let's hear how this sounds when it opens and closes. And it's a pretty solid sound. And let's take a quick look and see what's on the door. Basic setup. You have your window controls, mirror controls, and you have your lock controls, and that's it. The seat, driver's seat, is power. You have several ways to adjust it, including the lumbar. And we'll jump in and see the interior of this truck. So multifunction steering wheel, a little bit different, more trucky, more rugged steering wheel, but also multifunctional. So you have the basic functions right on the left hand side. Basically, this is your volume button, and you know, you have your mode hold button, so you can mute it basically if you'd like to. And this is for your phone. You can pick it up or hang up with it. This is for your pages, and that controls what's basically happening in the infotainment system. These control that middle screen inside of the instrument cluster. And let's take a quick look at it. Instrument cluster. So on the left hand side, pretty standard. Left hand side, you have the tachometer and the temperature gauge. In the middle, you have this small screen, but visible, and for the truck, I think that's enough. On the right hand side, you have the speedometer and the gas gauge. So what do we have in the middle here is basically you have your vehicle info. That's your first, basically miles per hour, distance to empty. Then you have your compass, then you have your media, then you have your lane keep assist, right, tire pressure, basically your vehicle info, and then your messages, if there's any messages about upcoming service or anything like this. And this is your safety setting. Let's move to the side. The screen, this is typical screen for Toyotas. That's why I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, because if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Shortcuts for the menu are all right here. This is your home that's basically divided in three. It tells you the radio, the phone, if there was one connected, and part of it is map. If you want the bigger map, you can hit the map button and it's going to take you to the big map. Your menu button, basically same interface like the other Toyotas. It gives you a bunch of different settings. So your navigation, audio, phone, apps, projection, info, and setup. You can set up different features of the vehicle. General Bluetooth, audio, phone, voice, vehicle navigation. Let's see what vehicle features we can set up. Vehicle customization, door lock settings, climate settings, and light settings. That's all that you can do here, which is, by the way, more than enough. So this is your screen. We're going to check out the rear view camera while, you know, I'm going to take it for a spin. And again, important to a lot of people, your volume, you know, which is a knob. Let's see how the radio sounds. Not bad. Radio sounds pretty decent. And then you of course have the AM, FM, Sirius, Bluetooth, stuff like this. You also have your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay if you like to use those. Now, this is what I like about this car. I mean, again, big buttons. I mean, this is a work truck, so you got to remember, they designed it so if people that are using it, those are people who are working on stuff. Sometimes they can have gloves on, sometimes they have this really big hands because they've been working with hands all their lives. So these buttons are not these small dinky buttons. They're actually, or the dials or the knobs, like right here, they're big and they're easy to turn even if you have like your gloves on and stuff. So your AC, basically it's set to low. Now this one is the limited version, so it does have the heated seats, and this is the 3-stage heated seats. But the display here is kind of, you know, old school, but I don't mind it at all. You have your hazard lights. Now this is where you switch from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive low and 4-wheel drive high. That's your start and stop button for the engine. Heated mirrors, even on this one it has heated mirrors. And then you have your temperature controls that you can set up in here. And what else do we have at the very bottom of it? You have the blind spot monitoring that's turned on, as well as the parking sensor, ECT power, and then this one is for the rear window. So the rear window slides open, and I'll show you how that looks. Okay, see the rear window opens, closes. Great, gets a little bit of air inside of the cabin. Now you have the USB, and then you can turn on your wireless charging for the phone, and then you have a regular outlet, power outlet. This is for where you can wirelessly charge your phone. You have 2 cup holders in here and 1 cup holder in the back here. This is your gear shifter, regular parking brake, not the electronic one. This is pretty cool. And of course you have your console in here with 2 USBs, one USB-C and the regular USB, and this is it. Now if you take a look at the interior of this vehicle, it looks rugged, but there is something about it. I like that squareness of it. We haven't even looked at here. Look at this. This is for your lights interior, so the lights will go on when the doors are open, or you can turn them off or on. This is your camera view, so well, let's check this out. Might as well check surroundings for safety. So this is basically 2 views for the camera. This is important, especially off-roading. Believe it or not, I mean, if you ever been on the off-road course, there's some obstacles that are really close to the car, and you have to stick your head out there or yell out for somebody to watch of where you're going, and this one certainly eliminates the need for that, and you can do it yourself. Traction control, you can turn it off, and then you have your regular AC 120 watt. Now where is this? Is this in the bed, or is this in the back? And that concludes the interior portion of this vehicle. Hey guys, so I'm really excited because this is literally my first time driving a Tacoma. I've never driven one. I haven't even driven this one, to be honest with you. So you're going to be able to basically experience my first drive with you. We're going to start off with, let's start off with turning radius. Now I don't expect it to be as good as the Venza, although I've been surprised before. So let's turn the steering wheel all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, just over 4, so not bad at all, especially it's a truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So yeah, it does have a little bit less of a turning diameter than a Venza or even the Sienna that we did, but it's not bad at all. Let's check out the rear view camera. Now I know that this infotainment system is a little bit different and a little bit let's say, I wouldn't want to say dated, but it's certainly not as nice as on some of the other cars. But let's see the rear view camera, and here, this is a limited model. This is what I love about it. It does have a 360 camera. Now as far as the quality of the picture, yes, I mean, we can, say that, hey, this should have a little bit better quality. But look, it has those lines that move with the steering wheel, and the Sienna didn't have it. I'm not sure if that's just on that XLE that I had didn't have it, or just none of the Siennas have it. Okay, so I'll give it a like 3 out of 5 stars for this camera. And why 3? Because the quality, could be a little bit better, especially in this day and age where you have those super nice screens on your phones when you can watch it in 4D. This one, let's say it would be like in 4K. This one, let's say you could watch it in even 480, I think would be nice, or 720 or 1080. I can already tell you that I like this truck because it sits up high. You feel like it's a powerful truck. Oh, look at these. We're hitting some bumps here, which is awesome. let's take that on the road and let's see how the turns are, and let's see how the rest of this car performs, if you will. It's funny because I have these pictures of the snow-covered mountains on my dashboard right here in between the tachometer and odometer, and it's 76 degrees right now. So this is a four-wheel drive version. I'm not sure if they still make the two-wheel drives, but this is like the top of the line. And, you know, talking about the price, I mean, this one is the right equipped one. It's about $45,000, so it's not cheap, but again, it's very much in line with all of the other smaller SUVs. Well, off the line, you can feel, you can hear the engine, but you can also feel it go. And I like that they didn't go the CVT. That kind of would be a shame if they put a CVT in the pickup truck, because it drives good as it is. No wonder those cars are so popular used. You can barely get them used, and if you get them, they're literally just a little bit less expensive than the brand new ones. So, you know, if you're looking to get one that's brand spanking new, equip it the way you want it. That's just my opinion. Of course, you know, some of the cars you can get away with, and it's as well, I'm gonna let the first guy hit the depreciation of this car, and you can certainly do that on some cars and some of the Highline cars especially. But, you know, Toyota's certain vehicles, Jeep Wrangler, Toyota Tacoma, there's several other ones that will literally lose no value when you trade them in. So maybe it's a good thing to lease them because the residual value might be high. But okay, we're getting off topic here. Okay, this is a Chevy Colorado right in front, which, you know, GMC Canyon, we did the review on that one, so it's very similar to that. What I think about this car, I like the visibility of it. I even like the comfort of the seats, which I rarely say about a pickup truck, that it's a comfortable truck. But it feels rugged, it feels powerful, and I can see why a lot of people use it as their daily driver, because it doesn't feel like a pickup truck at all. I would certainly give this vehicle a big thumbs up. Great job, Toyota, on continuing, because it's not a new model, on continuing with producing these high quality, very popular, great vehicles. All right, well, let's see the acceleration and merging into traffic. I gotta tell you, I'm used to, like, you know, some of the vehicles that are really, really quick, and I've test driven some of them. But when you hit the accelerator and the car doesn't go like right away, you can go like, what the hell is going on? But this one certainly performs well for a pickup truck. I like this. That concludes this review of this vehicle. Guys, if you like videos like this, if you like watching and maybe listening to me talking about cars, hearing my thoughts, I really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, and in the YouTube jargon, smash that like button and share it with your friends and family. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.